A rivalry that started as an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the USC Trojans and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the USC head coach before the game. One of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Working the ground game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans, and you're right, we could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry classic.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Williams. He'll pull it down and run. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Williams looking for a man. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. Makes the grab down immediately. He picks up a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
Williams. Rush right in his face. Across the 25. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Miller. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Williams. Look out. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Trojans want to move quickly. Williams will pass. Rushes on. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do it, it's the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football.
What a catch along the right sideline as he makes a huge play.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking for room. It's Young. Stopped right there.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Danzy. Gives him the big stiff arm. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Notre Dame will get things started with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's looking to throw. got it behind the line. It's Williams. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he puts through the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's Williams to throw. They're all over him. Finds his target. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Miller. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams. Oh, pressure's coming. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Miller. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Fights off a defender. The Irish use their third and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Finding some room. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Trojans. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And here's the return. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Going for the big play. Upstairs he's got it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 1st. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. This time he's got it. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 16 team, the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Red Raiders who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
And talk about a great start to the season. This team is now 6-0 with big aspirations.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running is able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Drops back on first down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Throwing on the run. Right side, it's Gilbert. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Only a dozen Domers have cracked the 2,000-yard mark in receiving in a career. This guy might be the one to get to number 13.
I would say he's pretty good then. If he's putting up those type of numbers and being mentioned with those type of cats, listen, you try to find your go-to guy. You want to have an elite receiver on the outside that you can feature and you can move him around. This guy's got the makings of that kind of stuff.
Hits inside. It's Coleman Williams.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Inside the 15. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The offense puts up 6, but that trip to the end zone. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. That's caught. It's Anderson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Williams looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. This offense has it with really good field position. Wide receiver going in motion. Uh-oh, look out. Spins away from the defense. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Driving forward, it's Young. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll take it himself. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He caught it. Touchdown, Irish. They've got the lead here in the 4th. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The run to the left. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Straight ahead, it's Miller. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Drives inside. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, it's nice to have a guy on short yardage situations you can turn and you can hand the ball to him. And you know he's not going to dance. You know he's going to be really physical, lower his shoulder. I don't care how many yards he gets. He just needs to get past that 1st down mark.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Miller with the ball. There he goes. He's got the 1st down. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Fighting Irish call their 1st timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Hand it to the back. Nice move to keep running. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on third down. Might as well run him again. There's a crease. He's at the 10.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. And guys, sometimes even as much as you hate penalties, at least it was one of effort. And backed up 2nd and goal. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the option. The pitch. He's going for the goal line. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. I can't think of one single explanation that would suffice for taking a delay of game penalty there. 3rd and goal. Here comes the heat. The trickeration goes awry, and it'll be 4th down.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. 4th down, Williams. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Touchdown, USC! And they take it in for 6 more points.
How about the offense in that situation to come up so big? The place is going bananas. It's so hard to hear. It's so hard to execute. And you just put 6 on the board and have a chance to kick this PAT and tie the game.
And now they're going to go for 2 and the possible win, and this crowd rises up to try to make it tough. Throwing, Williams. He makes the grab. The two-point try is good, and they take the lead. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Fresh set of downs going up top. Under pressure. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Tommy Trojan rides with a sword on his belt and a jeweled shillelagh at his side after knocking off the Fighting Irish. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.